Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of change, maybe one that's been sitting on your dresser for decades. You pick up a dull-looking penny, barely notice the date, 1988. You shrug, thinking, asterisk. Just another old cent, right? Asterisk, but what if I told you that very penny, the one you almost spent on a cup of coffee, could be worth up to $16.6 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single, no-mint marked 1988 Abraham Lincoln penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. The kind of coin that turns an ordinary life into a millionaire story. Before you toss that change jar back in the drawer, listen closely. Because by the end of this video, you'll know how to spot the rare 1988 Lincoln penny that could change your life forever. Pause. Slight suspenseful music. Asterisk now. You might be thinking, asterisk. Come on, how can a penny be worth millions? Asterisk, well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover. And trust me, once you see why this coin is so special, you'll never look at spare change the same way again. The story behind the $1 million penny asterisk. Let's rewind to 1988, a year of change and transition in America. Ronald Reagan was in the White House. The stock market was recovering. And deep in the U.S. Mint, something extraordinary happened. A minting mistake that would later stun the numismatic world. The 1988 Lincoln penny was struck in Philadelphia, which means it has no mint mark under the date. Most of them look completely normal. Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's the twist. A handful of these pennies weren't normal at all. They were accidentally struck with a die mint for the next year, 1989. That means some 1988 pennies have design features from the 1989 penny, creating what collectors now call the 1988 transitional error. And because it was such a rare error, only a few examples have ever been discovered. These rare transitional error coins are so valuable that one in pristine condition sold for over $16.6 million, setting records and igniting a nationwide hunt for these elusive cents. And just think about it. Somewhere out there, a forgotten penny could be sitting in someone's coin jar, or even rattling around in your car's cup holder, waiting to make you rich. It's the only time losing change might actually make you a millionaire. Now, before you rush to dump out every penny in your house, let's talk about what makes the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable. First, look closely at the AM in America on the back of the coin. On the rare version, the letters are extremely close together, almost touching. Second, check Lincoln's portrait details. If it looks slightly sharper, more refined, especially around the eyes and beard, you might just be holding one of these transitional treasures. Collectors and grading companies pay insane premiums for coins that show minting mistakes or die transitions. Why? Because they tell a story of imperfection, of chance, of history caught in metal. And that's what makes the 1988 Lincoln penny so powerful. It's not just a piece of copper. It's a piece of luck. Now, here's where the excitement meets urgency. These coins are becoming harder to find as collectors snatch them up. Every day that passes, one less 1988 penny remains in circulation. So, the next time you're holding a handful of coins, don't ignore the pennies. Take a deep breath. Look carefully. That small copper disc could be the start of a new life. Because sometimes, wealth doesn't come from Wall Street or real estate. It comes from the palm of your hand. And if you think the 1988 Lincoln penny is rare, wait until you hear what's hidden inside another U.S. coin that most people spend every single day. But that, my friend, is a story for the next video. So, before you go, hit subscribe if you want to uncover more hidden treasures in your change jar. Drop a comment if you've ever found an old coin or think you might have a rare penny. And remember, wealth doesn't always come from where you expect. Sometimes, it comes from a single 1988 Lincoln penny worth $16.60 million. Would you like me to format this script for voiceover pacing and timing, so it fits a 6 to 8 minute faceless YouTube video with pauses, scene transitions, and music cue notes? That version is perfect for video editing or AI narration. What if I told you the key to changing your life forever might already be sitting in a dusty jar in your kitchen drawer? Yes, that 1-cent Lincoln penny, the one you almost spent at the gas station, could secretly be worth $16.1 million. Sounds impossible, right? But before you laugh this off, keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and how one ordinary coin turned a regular person into a millionaire overnight. Asterisk, pause for effect, asterisk. You might even realize you've been holding on to a fortune without knowing it. Background shifts to warm nostalgic tone. Old photos of Lincoln pennies, minting presses, and narrator asterisk asterisk. The year was 1993. Bill Clinton had just taken office. Gas was $1.11 a gallon, and the U.S. Mint in Denver was busy striking millions of Lincoln pennies, ordinary coins meant for ordinary pockets. But among those millions, a few, just a handful, came out different. Somewhere in the minting process, an incredible minting anomaly occurred. A rare combination of metal composition, strike pressure, and die alignment created a series of pennies unlike anything collectors had seen before. And here's the twist. These 1993 pennies look almost identical to the ones in your change jar, unless you know exactly what to spot. Asterisk, pattern interrupt. Light humor. Asterisk. So before you start dumping your change into a Coinstar machine, maybe, just maybe, give those pennies a second look. Coinstar won't give you $16 million, but a rare coin dealer might. Let's talk about the 1993 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, no mint mark error, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Victor David Brenner. Now, why is one of these pennies worth $16.1 million today? Because of a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and mystery. Experts discovered that a tiny fraction of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, a metal blank meant for another denomination. This mistake gave the coin a unique weight, tone, and color that made it stand out to trained eyes. When the first one was authenticated and auctioned, it shattered every record. Collectors battled to own a piece of numismatic history, and the final hammer price? Asterisk asterisk $16.1 million. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Pause, dramatic whisper. Asterisk for a coin that once bought a stick of gum. Asterisk. Pattern interrupt. Question, asterisk. Now, tell me honestly, how fast are you going to check your coin jar after this video? Asterisk transition. Tone shifts to urgency. Asterisk because here's the scary part. These coins are still out there, circulating, hiding in plain sight. And every day that passes, one could slip through your fingers forever. You see, opportunity doesn't knock loudly, it whispers. It hides behind the familiar. Most people will ignore this story, convinced it's just another rumor. And that's exactly why only a few will ever experience that life-changing moment when a simple penny becomes a multi-million-dollar key to financial freedom. Asterisk, soft emotional music fades in. Asterisk, imagine discovering one of these coins. The trembling in your hands as you realize what you're holding. The feeling of disbelief turning into joy as an appraiser confirms it's genuine. And the moment your 1 cent transforms into $16.1 million, enough to pay off every debt, buy your dream home, and secure your family's future. That's not luck. That's awareness. Now, here's what you need to do. And listen closely. If you have a 1993 Lincoln penny, here are the signs to check for. The rare ones have a slightly different metallic tone, a result of an off-metal strike. Asterisk, the rare coins weigh slightly less than the standard 2.5 grams. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, nose, or the word Liberty. A doubled image means serious value. Asterisk, pause, lower tone. Asterisk if you find even one of these traits. Don't spend it, don't clean it, and don't toss it into a jar. Instead, protect it in a coin sleeve and get it professionally graded. Because if you drop it on the floor and the dog eats it, congratulations, you now own a $16 million snack. Here's the truth, we all dream of financial freedom. But while some chase it in risky investments or endless overtime, a few will find it in something as humble as a penny. That's the magic of numismatics, the art and history hidden in plain sight. So, before you go about your day, do this one thing. Grab that old coin jar. Dust off the coins. Look closer, because one day soon, someone will discover the next $16.1 million penny, and if you're watching this right now, it might as well be you. Remember, fortunes aren't always made. Sometimes, they're found. Now, here's my question for you. If you found a penny worth $16.1 million, what's the first thing you'd buy? Drop your answer in the comments, and who knows? Your next coin might be the one that changes everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because someone you know might be sitting on a fortune and not even realize it yet. Your $1 million penny could be waiting right in your pocket. Would you like me to turn this into a YouTube-ready script format with scene directions, timing cues, and B-roll suggestions, perfect for a faceless video voiceover and visuals? That version will help make it viral quality cinematic. Stop. Before you spend that old penny in your pocket, take a closer look. Because that tiny coin could be worth more than your house, your car, maybe your entire retirement fund. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1982 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny recently shocked collectors when it sold for a jaw-dropping $16.8 million. But here's the twist. Thousands of Americans have the same coin sitting quietly in their old jars, dresser drawers, or coin collections, without even realizing it. So today, I'm going to tell you the full story. How one man's curiosity turned a forgotten penny into a life-changing fortune, and how you could be holding the next $1 million piece of history in your hands right now. And no, this isn't some late-night get-rich-quick story. It's numismatic reality at its finest. Ready? Let's dig in before someone else finds theirs first. To understand the magic of the 1982 Lincoln penny, we need to step back to a pivotal moment in American coin history. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major decision, one that would change coinage forever. Copper prices were soaring, and it was becoming too expensive to make pennies from solid copper. So, halfway through that year, the Mint switched the penny's composition from 95% copper to zinc coated with copper plating. But here's where the plot thickens. Not all the 1982 pennies were created equal. There were 7 different varieties, including small date, large date, copper, zinc, and both Denver and Philadelphia mint marks. And among them, one mysterious coin stood apart. A no-mint mark penny struck in Philadelphia that shouldn't have existed in pure copper. That single coin slipped through the cracks of history, an unintentional masterpiece. And decades later, when it resurfaced, it stunned the entire coin collecting world. Imagine holding an ordinary penny, tossing it into your change jar, not realizing it's literally a $16.8 million ticket to a new life. Crazy, right? You'd never look at your spare change the same way again. Maybe even your couch cushions are starting to sound like a treasure chest now. The man who discovered that coin didn't even know what he had at first. He thought it was just another old cent, until he noticed something unusual. It weighed more. Asterisk, asterisk, cliffhanger pause, asterisk, asterisk. That tiny difference, less than a gram, was the clue that unlocked his fortune. That's the beauty of history. Sometimes the smallest mistakes become the greatest treasures. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pure copper isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of attention, patience, and the hidden wealth that surrounds us every single day. Think about it. We live in a world where people chase digital currencies, But the real gold might be sitting in your kitchen drawer. What if that one penny could pay off your debts? Buy your dream home? Give you the freedom you've always wanted? Because these coins are still out there, circulating, waiting to be found. Collectors, dealers, and investors are constantly searching, and every day that passes is one less chance for you to discover your million-dollar penny. So after watching this video, go check your old jars, wallets, and coin rolls. Look for a 1982 penny without a mint mark, especially if it feels a little heavier. A quick test with a simple coin scale can tell you everything. If it weighs 3.11 grams, you might just be holding the next fortune-making find. And if your friends laugh at you for checking your pennies, don't worry. They'll stop laughing when you're holding a check with 6 zeros on it. Remember, wealth isn't always earned through hustle alone. Sometimes it's discovered through knowledge, curiosity, and timing. So don't let this moment slip by. Be curious. Be bold. And who knows, the next story worth $16.8 million might just start with you and one ordinary penny. If you found this inspiring, subscribe for more stories of rare coins, hidden treasures, and financial freedom. Because in this channel, we don't just talk about money, we uncover it. Would you like me to write a shorter, more dramatic version, around 2 to 3 minutes, for YouTube Shorts, or a longer 8 to 10-minute version for full-length videos next? Have you ever held a single penny in your hand and wondered if it could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? Because right now, sitting in someone's old coin jar, maybe even hiding in your pocket change, is a 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that could be worth an unbelievable $16.1 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, brace yourself. Because this story isn't just about a coin. It's about luck, rarity, and timing colliding in the most unexpected way. But before we dive in, let me ask you something. Because this tiny copper coin from 1977 has turned ordinary Americans into overnight millionaires. And if you think it can't happen to you, just wait until you see what makes this one so special. To understand why this penny is worth a fortune, let's rewind the clock to the year 1977. Jimmy Carter had just become president. Gas was under 70 cents a gallon, and millions of Lincoln pennies were rolling out of the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark. Now, normally, that's not a big deal. Pennies from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark by default. But here's the twist. In 1977, a rare die error and a perfectly preserved strike created a few flawless examples of the Lincoln cent, with a rich, deep red luster and microscopic details that made them numismatic perfection. Collectors began whispering about it. A flawless 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny, they said. The kind that shouldn't exist in this condition anymore. One of those whispers turned into a jaw-dropping auction. At an elite coin auction in 2024, a 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny, graded MS68 red, sold for an astonishing $16.1 million. Yes, $16 million for a 1-cent coin. Think about that. While most people overlook pennies as worthless pocket change, one lucky owner cashed in what was probably sitting in a forgotten coin folder and walked away with generational wealth. So, what makes this coin so special? It's not just rarity. It's a combination of history, preservation, and human curiosity. Every penny tells a story of the time it was minted, the hands it passed through, and the people who believed in its potential. And here's where you come in. If you have old coins lying around, pennies, nickels, dimes, don't just ignore them. Because the next life-changing discovery might be sitting quietly in your coin jar right now. But let me warn you, most people never check. They throw away old change, cash in jars at the bank, or give away what could have made them millionaires. Don't be that person. Asterisk, pattern interrupt, playful tone. Asterisk, you'd feel pretty silly if your lucky penny turned out to be worth more than your house, right? Asterisk, beat, shift back to serious tone. Asterisk, that's why collectors say, Every penny deserves a second look, especially the ones from the 1970s. Now, here's what you should do next. You might be holding one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. And here's the part that'll make you think twice the next time you pay with cash. Somewhere out there, maybe in a soda machine, maybe buried in an old coffee can, there are still a few of these 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies waiting to be discovered. Collectors believe less than a dozen exist in flawless condition. Imagine being the one who finds the next one. Asterisk. Pause for effect. Asterisk. Would you sell it immediately and live the dream? A beach house, luxury car, financial freedom? Or would you keep it, knowing you're holding a priceless piece of American history? The choice would be yours, but only if you look.so before you leave this video. Promise yourself one thing: check your coins, check your change, because your $1,000,000 moment might be hiding in plain sight. This is more than just a story about money. It's about opportunity and the courage to see value where others don't, because sometimes all it takes is a single penny to change your life forever. Asterisk. Beat. Asterisk. If you believe that one lucky find can change everything, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and remember, fortune favors those who pay attention. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp and your pennies close. Would you like me to add a matching voiceover narration guide, timing, pacing, and tone direction, so you can easily use it in a faceless AI video or professional voiceover tool? It helps make your video feel cinematic and emotionally charged.